I'm a lover of the kitchen. I'm a very good cook. And, I only cook for those people that are close to me and those people that are special to me.
Anthony Mackie and Martin Lawrence talk about sneakers and their hidden talents. We'll start with you, Anthony. The first question I have for you is, how did you get into a sneaker mindset? What was your reference or inspiration?
I've always been in New Orleans, we call them tennis. So I've always been a lover of a nice pair of tennis shoes.
You just have to love the sneakers. you just have to be a sneakerhead, and that's how you get into it, and that's how I was able to get into the role of JB.
Growing up here, we had like our legendary brands, like the Bally Animals or the Asics 700s, or, there were just so many different shoes that as a kid, if you wore them, you were the big guy on campus. So I've always been a lover and an avid admirer of a nice pair of tennis.
Do you have a favorite pair?
It's two of them that I like most. I don't even know how to explain it. The ones where they look like he was in the military, with the patent leather on them, and the other ones that look like they had snake skin on them.
Your character JB, he's been around the block. What's your best street smarts advice?
Stay out of harm's way.
What's one part of you, a talent, a skill, a passion, that's still in the box, unopened, just waiting for the right moment?
I'm a lover of the kitchen. I'm a very good cook. And, I only cook for those people that are close to me and those people that are special to me. But I would love to, be Rachel Ray or Guy. I was hanging out with Guy Fieri this weekend, and I'm like, dude, we gotta cook together, man. So next time he's in New Orleans, I'm making him my specialty Mackie dish.
You mentioned that you love to cook only for, the people closest to you. Gumbo or jambalaya?
Ooh, I'm an etouffee dude, bro. I make probably, I've been told this, I make the best crawfish bisque you've ever had in your life. So I usually go get me 5 to 6 pounds of crawfish. I clean them and, I boil down the heads and the tails and make me a stock. And then I make a crawfish bisque over rice. You can't beat it, I'm telling you.
What was the first pair of shoes that kind of made you feel like a winner?
They was a pair of sneakers called Decks. They were like these flat sneakers and everything. And back then also Converse, the high top Converse.
You know what's funny? A winner. I partnered with this guy out of London when I first got out of school and started working. And we took some Air Force Ones, we unstitched them, and he printed the London subway map on them and put them back together. So they're one-of-one original kicks. And then we did some giraffe print SB Dunks together. And those were probably my two favorite, other than I have the glow-in-the-dark Incredible Hulks that most people don't even know exist. They've never been worn. But it's crazy when you turn the lights off and they glow in the dark.
In Sneaks, we see Chris Paul give away a pair of sneakers. What basketball player or football player did you pretend to be like as a kid when putting on your sneakers and playing ball with friends?
Michael Jordan.
Always MJ?
And number one, Michael Jordan.
When I was lucky, my older brother played basketball, so we had a basketball hoop in our backyard, right? Like my dad, one Christmas, bought us a hoop and set a hoop in our yard. And I used to always, weirdly enough, I used to always pretend to be, because he was from Louisiana, I would always pretend to be Karl Malone. And Karl Malone, like Stockton to Malone, was the biggest catchphrase in my youth. And Karl Malone had like the sweetest 16 to 18 foot jump shot that would bring the big men out of the paint. So I always wanted to be power forward and be Karl Malone.
In Sneaks, we see an adventure all over New York City. So I want to know, if it took place in your city, New Orleans, what are some key locations that would need to be included?
You would have to show the swamp. You would have to put, like, you know, Ty and Maxine in one of the big fan boats and bring them out to, like, you know, Bayou Bienvenue or Cocodrie. Take them all the way down south to the end of the world at Venice and have one of those big alligators come up and try and snap them up.
Yeah, Superdome has to be included, right? They got to at least go there.
No, but I mean, we know the Superdome.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
you're going
there's
to
certain
meeting
things
place.
about New Orleans, certain cultural references. Like I would say the lakefront. Like most people don't know about the lakefront. New Orleans is bookend with Lake Pontchartrain and the Mississippi River. So when you go downtown, you see the river, but you never get to see this expansive, beautiful waterway that we call Lake Pontchartrain, which, ironically enough, the longest bridge in the world goes across Lake Pontchartrain. So, you know, if you can do something like that where you educate people about the city and show them these little unique textures of the city, it would be great. Take them out there to Homer and let them go frogging that night.
Who would you like to see go off script? Comment down below. And thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more exclusive insights from your favorite TV shows and films.